we're back, and the question is this Illinois?
Is it?
The answer is yes.
Oh, well, that helps.
I feel fairly confident that we've grounded ourselves in Illinois. We encountered this question a lot, and I think we always land on yes, it's Illinois.
It is.
We do.
We don't check, but it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody actually look at a map because I can't guarantee it, but it is.
It either is or is not Illinois.
If you're from Illinois, I'm sorry, but it is Illinois.
Have you, during the break, Phoebe,
yes.
has Lai managed to compose a tweet, compose a message?
Yes. Yeah. Well, back in the day, you could just send a text message to Twitter and it would post it as a tweet onto the internet. So
oh yeah, I remember that.
That was totally a thing.
It's true. It was a thing.
Yeah, that was a thing. I can tell by your face you didn't know that was a thing, but that was a thing.
It was a thing.
I had no idea that was a thing.
I was too young at the time to be on Twitter to do that. Because that was like early Twitter. But yes, that's actually I think part of where the character restriction in tweets came from. Was because you can only send a text message with 120 or whatever characters.
Yeah.
And so
never
so
thought about
send
that.
tweet is literally send message. This is
Yeah,
as much as I can do in one.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, Lai has thought of the tweet that they're going to send to Carmel only, just Carmel.
Just Carmel.
Not to Twitter. I also don't
It's a
think Lai
DM.
has a Twitter.
I'm going to apologize at this point, at this immediate juncture, and just say, if you hear a squeaky toy, no, you didn't.
It's okay.
That's just Foley. Lai has a dog now.
It's Foley. The kiddie pool.
Margot's just
has
having
puppies
fun
in it. Margot.
Is the dog called Foley? Is it like that's just Foley?
Just some Foley work, yeah.
That's
very good.
Dog.
That's very good and very funny.
I love that name.
No, Lai does not have a dog. I want to be explicitly clear about that. Lai does not have a dog.
Lai doesn't even like dogs.
Wow.
Most are different.
Strong words.
But yes, so Lai will send a text message to Carmel that will say, "Hi, Car. Full stop. I'm really sorry about earlier today, comma, and just all of it, full stop. Let me move the cat off my lap. I know that you deserve better and that I should do better. I would like to talk when you're ready. Full stop. Send text message.
Send tweet. I think there will be a significant delay. Now, whether that's because Carl's not looking at her phone or because she's reading it and actively not responding to it is going to remain unclear. Mm-hmm. But after a while, I think that Lai would receive a text message really like up to an hour later. Like I would say, Lai would receive, maybe as they're dozing off, they receive a text message that just says, okay, with like a period.
Okay.
And that's it. It's OKAY, if that helps at all.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
OKAY.
I was about to ask if we were applying Black culture to this message. I would fear my inevitable demise.
Well,
that's
Lai wouldn't know to fear that. Now would so
that's true.
That's not something that Lai would. Well, Lie has dated people of color in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's not pointed. It's just...
I mean, tone is not
it's
conveyed.
Just unlike... Yeah, tone does not convey well via text, but I will say that, like, for Lie, in all likelihood, the most notable thing about this text message would be that, number one, that it's punctuated, like, definitively, and number two, that it resembles the way that Lie would respond to such a message. More than it does, like, the way that Carmel usually responds to a message, which would have been an, okay, sure, perhaps even a suggestion of a time or place. Like, it would have furthered the conversation. Lie is the one that is known for not being the texter. Carmel has very much always been the texter of their relationship. So I'm not going to say that it has a particular, like, fear for your life kind of, like, ring to it so much as it is, like, it's just very direct.
Yeah.
And that's all you're getting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Full stop.
That's fair.
Full stop.
Yep. Okay. Allison wonders. Oh, is there? Wait. Lie, thoughts, questions, concerns, queries.
I think Lie just, like, as Danny noted, they were already getting ready for bed basically whenever they texted Carmel in the first place. So the long delay definitely means that, like, they were totally, like, dozing off, like, in bed, ready to go to sleep. And, like, got like the buzz response on their phone and, like, jerked their head up and grabbed it and read it, saw that it was just okay, full stop, just placed the phone, like, face down on their bed next to them and, like, buried their head in the pillow.
Oh.
Does Lie sleep that night?
A bit, not a lot, but, you know, if you lay in bed all night, you'd probably doze off here and there. But they're laying.
Let the darkness consume me.
Maybe at some point they, like, put a record on just so there's something to listen to, as opposed to the silence.
The rain fall down.
At least currently. I think I don't think they're, like, gazing into the abyss or anything. I think they're just like, I would like for it to not be quiet, so I'll play a record because that's what Lie does.
Quick question. How does Carmel feel right now?
Am I obligated to answer that?
No.
Okay. Who's to say? And I know that I am.
In fact, I will rephrase the question. Is Carmel aware of how Lie feels right now?
That Lie is having a rough time and that Lie feels bad about what has happened? Like the remorse?
Yes.
No. They don't have there's no reason for her to. They don't have a psychic connection, and Lie's made, like, pretty clear that they, like, play their emotions pretty close to the vest. So,
but Carmel has also spent time with Lie, so
yeah,
I guess
I also did text first and said the words sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm
more curious. Yeah,
it's not that, and it's not that Carmel doesn't believe that. I shouldn't have said it like that. I don't want to phrase that as, like, a negative. It is.
It's not that Carmel doesn't believe that Lie believes this.
No. It's just that it doesn't affect what she's already decided about this situation.
Yeah.
And she does want to talk to Lie, otherwise she wouldn't have sent anything, which in fact was the plan. I will say, peek behind the curtain. was the plan when Lai inevitably did text, which is what they do when they mess things up and they have separated. Lai will actually initiate the text message. Lai is good for that. Carmel had not planned to reply. That Carmel said anything at all is an indication of
being willing to talk.
Correct. However, yeah, it's not. The thing about Carmel is that, and this is the interesting part about playing her, the thing about Carmel is that she's always pretty open about how she is feeling about the world around her. And so you will know, if you don't know how anyone else is feeling in a room that's weird, like Carmel will speak about it. Carmel will say, she'll say what she's thinking, and that will dissipate the tension somewhat.
Which is a rare quality in this game.
Very rare. This is not that. Darkest Self Carmel will not be fulfilling that role.
So, Lai, what I'm going to say is, Lai does not gaze into the abyss. The abyss gazes into Lai.
That's never rude. Good. In this game, that's never good. Please, what's the abyss doing looking? What's the abyss doing looking into Lai?
The abyss gazes into Lai, and the fact that there was a response is, thank goodness, there's a response. No matter what happens, the relationship has changed.
Yeah.
And it's not just a case of like what happened earlier. Something about the relationship has changed. And Lai is aware of that. Whether that's good, whether that's bad, doesn't matter. The abyss is just like, hey, you changed some shit. I wonder if the abyss is just fate. Hey. Anyway.
The abyss is just Auntie Fate? Could be. We don't know.
Aunt Fate says,
the abyss is just your aunt being like, listen. If
child
stuff, you need to know that.
I, as Aunt Fate, say some shit's gone down. So
the abyss peers into you and says, you should call more.
I make great pancakes.
Yeah.
Why you no call? Allison walks into her house. I'm gonna leave you with that for a bit, Lai. Till the morning, I guess. You are muted there, Danny.
I said, shit, I played the mom too. Fuck me sideways. Oh no.
Yeah.
Is what I said.
Got a couple of these. Bear with me. But it's important. Alison walks into the house. What is Noelle just at this point chain smoking? Like, is this what's happening for Noelle at this point?
Yeah, she's gone back to making whatever the fuck she was making before. I believe she
was making some kind of reduction.
She was reducing something, yes. And I don't think she remembers, so she fucks that up and then like starts over with something else, but she's definitely like got a cigarette in her mouth, like sort of. It's just kind of like, wow, sheesh. Right?
So Allison walks into the room and says, at least use a cigar. They have a more developed taste.
Noelle will freeze. She has changed her clothes since coming home. However, has like neglected to take her hair back down or put it back up in the way that it usually would be. And upon hearing Allison's voice, I think she will like roughly sort of wipe her hands on a dish towel and like do that immediately because she remembers. And she's like cognizant of like Allison having trouble with the image of her mother right now. So she turns around, puts the cigarette out, like in the sink, like at the bottom, and like runs the water a little bit. And she goes, "Please tell me you haven't taken up smoking."
No, of course not.
How do you know that cigars have a more developed taste than cigarettes?
It makes a good infusion with whiskey.
Huh. Interesting.
Better than a cigarette, anyway.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't infuse your cigarettes with anything. Most things are. This is basically rat poison.
Yep. You're putting it in the food.
No, I'm not. Well, I wasn't expecting anyone to eat this. I'm not even sure what I'm making anymore. I wasn't expecting you home.
I told you I would.
I would understand if you didn't. I don't want you to be anywhere that you don't. You should be where you feel safe whenever possible. I know this is a lot for you.
There's a cuckoo. Technically nowhere is safe.
You're safe with Margot.
I guess. Yeah.
And she will wipe her hands again because there's still clearly like some flour residue on her hands or whatever. And she will lean on the counter and say, "You don't think so?"
I think I don't think I'm unsafe with Margot. I never think I'm unsafe with Margot.
That it's remarkably like how I would answer a question if I didn't really want to answer it. It's funny how you've picked up some of my mannerisms, even though we haven't been together for all this time.
I'm sorry I didn't stand up for you. I should have.
It's gonna like take her back for a second. I think Noelle, like she's like, it's a laugh, but it's like it's the saddest laugh. She says, "Allie, you're my daughter. It's my job to stand up for you, not the other way around."
Isn't it both?
No. Your job is to I don't even think I have the right to tell you what your job is. I've been gone for so long. What I wanted to say was that your job is to remember the things that a child's job is to remember the things that their parents have taught them and do their best with what they're given and try to make a life out of that. But I wasn't here. So you've had to figure out a lot of those things for yourself. And I recognize that. But the line between a parent and a child is that my feelings are not your responsibility. I'm supposed to protect you.
You told me, when I was 6, you told me not to spend all my time looking. I don't, but it's hard.
I know. And that's why I told you that when I did. Because I knew then that it would be even harder for you. And I know firsthand that it can be difficult when the present is complicated, not to try to fix it with the future, or in your case, the past. But being grounded in the present is the only thing that can keep you going. You need to be grounded in order to interpret anything else that you see, in order to be able to let go and untether yourself, in order to fully look into your visions. You need to have your feet firmly on the ground, so to speak. It's important to have a very good idea of what it is you're going back to and where it is you've come from. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
It's not... How to say this? You're not responsible for the things you're not looking for. Nor are you responsible for determining the outcome of the things that you've seen. Your job is to interpret. If you see something bad happen in the future, you have a hard time coming away from looking at that. That doesn't mean that bad thing inevitably happening is your fault. This isn't a with great power comes great responsibility situation.
But if I could change it, then shouldn't I?
Not necessarily. And in some cases, some would argue that that is the worst thing that you can do. But you have a big heart. So I know that that's difficult, which in turn makes it more difficult not to be looking all the time. That is why your camp counselor was a Hydra. It's a lot you can learn from them.
Maybe. A lot happened today.
It did.
Li's dad came and spoke to us this morning.
Noelle's going to put up a finger, walk over to the refrigerator, open the doors, take out a mixing bowl with like saran wrap over it. Just gonna open it up. There is a mix of some sort inside. She's going to sit it down on the edge of the counter nearest to Allison and hand her a whisk. Or hold it out for her.
Yep, she takes it.
Do you want to talk about what you talked about?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm listening.
She starts whisking. The thing that I don't know what to call him.
Death.
I don't like him.
You are my daughter. That makes sense.
He scares me.
He scares me too. I feel that I should tell you that he was here this afternoon, just before I came to the Reyes house, to talk about you. Just asking questions about whatever it is that you talked about. I didn't know. But since you're trusting me with that, I didn't want you to feel like I was keeping that from you, if that makes sense. He was here. Until I told him to leave.
Is that a lie?
No? Did she not tell him to leave?
She didn't tell him to leave.
She very strongly suggested that this conversation was over.
She said the conversation was over, but she did. He left under his own steam.
That's not a lie. It's an embellishment for one's child. It is the spirit of it is I told him to fuck off.
Yeah, I didn't tell him I didn't say anything.
Exactly. I didn't say anything about you or it. Yeah.
He thinks someone cheated.
He does. Which is rich coming from him, but he does seem very sure that something has gone wrong somewhere.
Yes, Phoebe?
Not to interrupt this very tense scene, but we're talking about people cheating, and the people in the room is like Allison, Margot, and Lai. Lai's the most likely one to have cheated, but also in the context of the way Allison said it, Lai is still the cheater.
No!
Accidentally, they didn't consider it cheating. It's just, I can't really help myself in this situation. I just thought of that. Goodbye.
No, stay. Please, stay.
Sometimes you fuck your ex once, okay? Listen.
It's not even what anyone was. It's not even what anyone was talking about.
No one.
No,
not
we're
anyone. Not one
about
single
cheaters.
soul. Not any
talking
one
about
person.
cheaters.
Lie. Sometimes you just fuck your ex once.
But I'm
Sometimes
just saying
you're
that
guilty.
Lai
Sometimes
is the
you're guilty
most
about it.
likely one, probably. But also, there perhaps, depending on who you ask, a cheater in other respects as well. I'm just roasting my own character so no one else can. I don't know.
Can you? If you could. Be nice to lie, please.
Please protect everyone. None of them deserve any of this. What if Aunt Jazz is still supposed to be alive? Not instead of you. Not instead of you.
It's a fair question. I'm not making whatever face I'm certain I'm making right now because I am offended by the idea that you might think that perhaps your aunt should be alive instead of me.
No, I don't think that. I really don't think that.
But it would be fair if you did. It would be okay if you did. It's very complicated. And I don't know what's true. That's the thing about what we do. And that is the thing about this in particular. We don't have any way of knowing that. And neither does he, apparently. But there are things there's supposed to be. And then there's destiny or whatever it is you believe. And then there's the messy, complicated reality of where we are right now. If you ask me, there are plenty of psychics that should have lived and didn't. Your aunt being only one of them. Myself being one of the only examples of the opposite happening. I can't pretend I'm too concerned when something actually works out in our favor for once.
What do you mean by not supposed to be alive that aren't?
It probably hasn't escaped your notice that there aren't a lot of us, Allie. And a lot of that is because, and this is a situation for, this is a conversation, a much longer conversation for a much calmer time than now. But when things get complicated, historically, there is a tendency to look to the people who are supposed to be able to see beyond where we are right now, ask them for the answers, and if they don't provide them, they'll hold them accountable for what happens as a result. Which is why it's so important to me that you know that that is not what we're about. It is not your job to save the whole world. I can't stress that enough. Allison, you're a visionary by birth. But over and above all else, you are Allison Finley. And you and your life and your heart matters because of who you are as an individual, not because of what you can do for people.
But don't we have a responsibility to help if we can?
It's a complicated question. It's one I can't promise you I have a definitive answer for yet. We've been trying to strike that balance for generations. It is the titular damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is why we don't work well alone. Despite being alone for extended periods of time. What would you change if you could?
Ever?
Just when it comes to something you saw in a vision.
I wouldn't change what happened with you and Margot because you're here. I don't really know what happened with Lie. I don't really understand it fully. But there's when I was little, you told me to be really careful who I told my visions to. And there was a time when I asked Margot if she wanted me to check on Brooke. And I did. And then Margot called Brooke. And all sorts of shit happened. I think I'd change that.
What would you have done differently?
I wouldn't have told Margot what I saw. Not because it condemned Brooke or anything like that. More because telling Margot meant that she did something she wouldn't have done. Or maybe she would have done it differently. Or something. I don't know. So if I just didn't tell her.
I'm very proud of you. There are things that, even with all of my distant meddling, I wasn't able to tell you while I was gone. And so many of them you've somehow found a way to pick up on your own when you really shouldn't have had to. And I'll be apologizing for that for the rest of our lives. But if I had gotten to be a part of your training in the way that I wanted to be, you would have eventually learned that it's more often than not best not to share what it is that you see. For that very reason. But due to circumstances beyond your control and mine, you never got that information. So how could it possibly be your fault? I'm proud of you for not blaming yourself for what happened to Brooke Kaufman. And I'm proud of you for coming to the conclusion that sometimes other people not knowing is for the best, even if we are blessed or cursed with the knowledge of things as they might become.
I should go.
Margot's waiting for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go pack a bag.
You look like you have more questions.
Are we the only two?
I don't know. I mean, no, but so I don't know.
Okay.
You're not alone though, Allie. You should know that. That's what's important.
Okay.
Trust your judgment. She says as she's like turning to leave out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
She's just gonna say, like, sort of to her back, trust your judgment. And I mean really, trust it. It's not going to steer you wrong. It hasn't yet.
Thanks, Mom.
I love you, sweetheart.
I love you too. She heads up to pack a bag. I am going to move to the morning. And then I'm going to come back to the evening.
Okay.
Who am I going to start with? Raphael.
Ish.
It is pre-dawn.
How awful.
How did Rafe sleep?
I think Rafe sleeps pretty well.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
look,
right? I was thinking that too.
Like,
Sounds great.
Look, I get to make up the character. They get to have nice things.
They sleep good. Yeah.
But I think he wakes up to something that he hasn't felt in a while, which is like a slight sense of like nerves, I guess, or like apprehension.
Okay, cool.
Where did you go with that? What?
I went my whole distance. I went on a whole. He woke up with something he hasn't for a very long time. A stiffy.
Get the loose pants. We're going to town.
We're pitching a tent.
It's okay. We're camping tonight, boys. All right. I'm done. I think I'm done. I think my brain's done with that. That I did. Cool things.
Was that a lie?
Rude.
God, where was I going with this before?
I don't know. It's
Apprehension. Woke up
Yes.
with a slight sense of and sort of nerve, which is like he's sort of not like concerned, but more sort of like, oh, that doesn't normally happen. But I guess gets himself ready to head over.
Whereabouts in the school does Rafe assume?
Where did they meet? Because that was sort of, it was again, that was also sort of early before the start of the day.
That was the school courtyard.
Yeah.
Just a corner of it.
Yeah, I think he still goes there.
Okay. And she is there. She's there in that same spot.
Rafe sort of grins at her as he approaches, warmly. And he's like, "What are you? How are you doing, Shah?"
I'm pretty good. Yourself?
Oh, yeah. Been somewhat interesting the last few days, I guess, but overall, I guess doing well.
That's good.
Slightly weird question, I guess. Before we start, do you remember the wording of the promise I made to you?
She doesn't say it exactly. She deliberately doesn't say it exactly. Because to say it exactly is to make the same promise back, and that's not going to happen. But what she does say is, if there's anything you can do to help me, you said you'll do it. If it's something that you can give, you will give it.
That's not specifically what I said, but
I'm not saying the words back to you, Sunshine. That's not how it works.
Rafe sort of rolls his eyes a little at that realization. He's like, oh, God. Surely if you phrase it, you said, and then implied a quotation marks, it is not you giving me a promise.
You'd think that.
Ugh.
I've met people stupider than me.
Yeah, but I'm going to assume that's a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. I'm not going to say the exact wording because I also don't know who else is here, whether you've brought anyone else.
Yeah, that's fair, sure. Shakes his head a bit. Like I said, we're a few days. Difficult to tell.
It's the cuckoo thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
They are frustrating. This one apparently some kind of super cuckoo.
what I can say is the first time we met, what I told you was that I'm looking after her. I've got my eye on her. I don't think no cuckoo's going to know that. Same conversation though. So
that is true. That's a very good point.
if a cuckoo knows that, then a cuckoo knows it all, doesn't it?
Part of their strength, really. You don't know how much they know. Even if it's not, the fact that it might be something. Everyone has to be on their toes.
What does it matter to you though? From a cuckoo, what difference would it make?
Depends what the cuckoo's motives are. Don't want to be the one empowering it.
Fair. So how does this work for you?
Well, just talk, I guess.
All right.
Have a
About what?
Well, we're able to have just a honest sharing of ideas. That bond will allow for me to give you a gift.
All right.
That emotional intimacy.
Not what I expected from a succubus, but all right.
Oh, never what everyone expects from a succubus, no matter how many times I tell them. But to be honest with you, Shah, one of the reasons why that is a common one is not just that it is expedient, but generally in terms of control that you are giving over to the succubus, you are now giving more control to the succubus. I felt like you wouldn't particularly want that. So, emotional intimacy, not physical.
All right. And how are we going to get emotionally intimate?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me about her, what your interest is. I could tell you that she made her nervous.
What did?
Keep an eye on her for a while. True. Well, some of those early years not that pleasant. So anyone involved with those early years can get taught with a bit of suspicion, particularly if they're being suspicious.
I'm rolling keep your cool because of the way that Rafe phrased that. Oh. Ren said, I am fucking ice, mate. I rolled double sixes. It doesn't even matter.
It was I particularly also appreciate that it was more in reference to like the current situation of like how that cast that whole the suspicion just sort of spreads. It was like kind of in reference to that rather than a personal attack. But on reflection, I get it.
Yeah, well, I mean, she has her own thing, but all right. So let me see. Okay. So she gets 1 forward on something. And I'm going to roll to manipulate. Is what's going to happen now. Which is going to happen. That's a 9 plus 1. That's a 10. And she doesn't have any. Let me just check. She doesn't have. I haven't even given her stats for hunting. So, but with a 10 that at base, there's no point. So what she is going to attempt to manipulate about is detail. When she asks, you told her about this?
The meeting, yeah. Said I'd be seeing you.
What does she think?
She kind of went a bit stiff at the mention of your name. But then growing up, and I don't know a lot of details, but growing up the way she seemed to have grown up, there are a lot of people in her life. She had a lot of people that seemed to care for her. And then one by one were revealed to be only pretending to care, to further their own goals, to use her to their own ends. And that happens enough times, you start to question everyone else. And then you add in a few other factors, and it gets even more muddy. I mean, each one, well, finding out someone that you care for and that you think cares for you doesn't, it's just going to hurt. And there's a lot of pain there in her past, and well, you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
So I guess the question that you would have, if you were there, then how involved were you? Or at least how aware of what was happening to her?
Can I ask you to roll manipulation?
What is that plus?
Charm.
Okay. God, what is this charm? Oh, yeah, his charm's pretty good. His charm's all right. That's cool. He's not great at. Right. Right. It's 8.
Please. Okay. How aware? I was the person on her side. I was the person reporting to her mum, not her aunt, her mum. That she was okay. Kept her alive, wiped her bum. Wasn't pretty. She's alive.
You ever tell her that?
Tell her what?
That there was someone on her side.
Helped her sneak out the house enough times. Helped her get some space. Didn't let her try to run away too young. You'd think she'd know.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It only works if you feel like you can trust the things you remember.
I'm not in control of that.
Sure. But neither is she. I'm just saying, Shao. You're on her side, and I believe you. Nice to hear it from time to time. And for you, maybe it's nice to get the recognition.
That one don't trust no one.
That one had cause to not trust no one.
Yeah.
So all the more reason to give them cause. Not to expect them, not to expect it from them.
People don't trust psychics for a reason. It's only wise that she don't trust no one else. In return.
I've tried that. It doesn't lead anywhere good. And I learned that from her.
Well, she's got the wolf.
Sort of shrugs. I mean, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. I'm not. You just feel like you went to a lot of effort to look after her. That you care. For whatever reason. Maybe there's something in it for you. I don't know. And I don't particularly care about that either. But at a time where when it's difficult to trust people, as you say, maybe they shouldn't. But having people I'm learning it's worth the effort and the risk. And I'm not just saying that for her, I'm saying that for you as well.
Are you always this sappy?
No, it's new. I'm trying it on.
God, take it off. It's horrible.
Tough.
Oh. Is this intimate enough? Do you trust her?
I trust that she's not actively lying right now, I guess.
Oh, no, that was Ren to Raphael.
Oh, sorry. I think I do, yeah. She scared the hell out of me, and I wanted to know why. I didn't know if it was because she was playing the game, as I would say. I couldn't tell if she was real good at it or real bad at it. And what I came to realize is the thing that I really feared is that she just wasn't playing the game at all. And the implication of that, I didn't like. I didn't like the implications. Because that meant the game was optional. And that meant that I had been choosing to play it. And everything I'd done, I'd have to hold myself accountable to. And I didn't want to do that because deep down, I knew if I held a mirror to myself, I would not like what I saw. And then I held a mirror to myself, and I did not like what I saw.
Sounds like you need a broken mirror, mate.
I was on a path that would have led one day, maybe not soon, but one day, I'd have had a hunter knocking on my door, and they would have been right to do so. So I am trying something different. And that means that I am putting myself out there a little bit, and that may be a risk, and it may not be a clever thing to do to trust people, as it were. But now when I wake up in the morning and I look at myself in the mirror, I like the person that I see. And I have not had that before. And right now, I feel like it is worth the risk. And I feel like, from the small amount of conversation that we have had, that you and I are not all that dissimilar. But that does not mean we are the same. It does not mean that. So I am, in the sake of achieving emotional intimacy, I'm sharing this with you. Because I've not told that to anyone. Not phrasing it like that anyway.
I see. You know, we probably are quite similar. Right up until the point where you trust a fucking psychic, mate. I really hope they don't bite you in the ass.
Maybe think it like this. You don't need to trust a psychic. But I think you can trust Allison.
Same thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
You don't trust her. Why do you look out for her?
I have reasons.
I mean, I can figure that out on my own.
Yeah.
Are those reasons why you are now asking for a gift?
Yes.
And which gift in particular were you after?
Gift of presence.
Well, if you, and you know, I guess this is a question. If you feel like we have met the time and intimacy requirements,
Yes.
yeah. Rafe sort of takes her hand and gives her the gift of presence.
Okay.
Which means I have a string on her.
she has a whole lot of information about you. She doesn't need a string. Much more. What she's got now is much more important.
I'm afraid for the succubus.
Why?
And the rest of it.
And the everyone else. So... Okay. Cool. We're going to jump back in time.
Finishes with just on the end there goes, you ever want to talk, Shah, you have my number.
I know. And she'll say, nice talk. And off she goes. We have a... Danny, we're going to jump back in time.
How far?
Just the night before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Worried.
Those are dangerous words to say.
Yeah.
We're going to jump back in.
Hey, man.
You're 7 years old.
We were explicitly told not to do that, so go off, I guess.
What does Tallulah do with her time?
Prior to, especially after deciding that she'll be meeting Lai early in the morning, she spent a fair bit of time just sort of like, she tidies her apartment, number one, just in case. And number two, and then she kind of like messes it up a little bit because fuck that. Hey,
Yeah. Yep.
This is Lai, whatever.
Tidies it, then deliberately like throws things around a bit.
Yeah, no, and then she like will take like the throw blanket she just folded and like kind of like toss it messily across the couch.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, like take some of the dishes that she put away out of the dishwasher and put them like back on the counter. Like and then I think she would seek out her KF contact is the thing. Like whoever it is that she was either recruited by or who she's been talking to, especially since it's been made abundantly clear to her that it is important for Lai to see things their way. And the more she talks to Lai, the more she doesn't understand why. And she knows it's not really hers to question that, but she needs to kind of firm up like what, like, why this is supposed to be a good thing. Like, what's the sales pitch here? No, really. What is it?
Does she seek out her contact in person, by phone, through text? What's the...
I think she texts them and asks to meet because having these kinds of things written down is not always the best. She's not an idiot.
About an hour or so after she sends the message, there's a little tap tap at the door.
It's open.
And Frankie comes in. Frankie is smaller than me. So
okay.
5 foot. Hey, both, all of you,
You felt the need to like really accentuate, like you underlined and bolded, like smaller than me, like
Yeah, because I realized I was doing this, and that would mean like 3 foot or something. No, like
That's not what it means to us.
isn't it? Isn't it? Okay, well, she's they're 4'10", between 4'10", 5 foot.
That's almost exactly what I imagined when you said smaller than you. So yeah, you got it.
Also, like, cursed. No offense to the short people in the audience, but I've never met a short person who was like that height who didn't have like, don't know.
I have, but they were femme, and it took them a really long time to like, you know what? I am small. And you know what? That's perfect. She's very zen now. Very zen.
I mean, I felt that way until y'all started to make a point of being like, you're the smallest of us all. And now I'm like,
I wasn't the one who asked for people's heights. You know,
I was made aware of this information, and I told you all that I planned to lord it over everyone whenever I could, because I am just barely average height.
Hey Sam, tell us how tall you are, because I've met you. Tell us how tall you are.
Like 6'1".
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
Whatever. I have tall friends. I have friends in tall places.
I definitely have dated someone who was like 6'1" or 6 foot. So like
same.
I have dated someone who was 6'5" and not finished growing, and so
that's on you.
I mean, not anymore.
How tall is Liam?
Oh, Liam's
smaller than me.
Yeah.
He's the same height as you.
I know we've talked about this, but I don't remember for sure.
Liam is 5'4". He's
5'4",
the
okay.
average height of a woman.
Yeah, I was gonna say
is his height.
Yes, me also.
But since I'm slightly below that,
a small,
slightly below.
Yeah.
What are you? 5'1", 5'2"? Which one is it?
Okay, look now. Too many people recently have
5'2".
said, "What are you, 5'1"? No. Let's add this. Let's not. Don't take away my inches. It's not Chantel and the angry inch.
Shawnee, you're most of the time when I see you, you are sitting down. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah.
I mean, even then,
just
you wouldn't
looks
know
like
based on.
It just looks like your dog is a very tall dog in response to like being standing next to you is the thing.
Maybe I don't need to be so frightened of Puck because I'm scared of big dog. Wouldn't be that big. You're just small. Is that what it is?
No, that's not what it is. You know why that's not what it is? Because
I know that Puck was the biggest in his letter. I know.
I also have a wingspan. My wingspan suggests that I should be 5'6".
What does that have to do with anything?
My torso. I'm getting to that. My torso. My torso is the length of someone that is 5'6". My legs are small.
Little leg.
It is just my legs that forgot to grow the extra bit. They got bored. They got bored. They got distracted, and they went off and did something else. They put those inches into my boobs. That's what they did.
I was about to say my brother's a bit like that, but that's not. He didn't get that.
Not the boob thing part.
No,
they went out instead of up. It's a trade-off. I'll take it.
The growth message got delayed. Got like sidetracked partway down.
Yeah. How could I not know I had ADHD? They're like, we just need to go this way, this way, this way, this way. Leg. Feet go like this.
Yes.
Anyway, Frankie is 4'10".
Good.
And wanders in as if she owns the place.
Tal pays this no mind. Frankie does this.
Wanders in, hops on the couch, Not hops on the couch because they're too short.
No, stop. Phoebe!
Is that exactly what you were thinking? Is that exactly what you were thinking, Phoebe?
Phoebe.
Uses the step ladder to get onto the couch.
Phoebe, please.
It's also a little awkward because my brother's dog was Frankie, and everything you've said except for the 4'10" would apply.
I'm also going to say, I know that your family has poodles. Spiky, like spiky, choppy pixie cut.
My brother's dog was like
A husky with spiky, choppy pixie
well,
cut.
like a sheep, like a blue heeler crossed with like something.
Spiky pixie cut then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, Frankie is not a blue heeler, just to be clear.
Okay.
But they hop up on the couch, get comfy, pick up the blanket, and hey, damn it! I rolled and failed the roll. I don't know what I was going to inflict, but I was going to try to inflict something and then failed the roll. And I'm too honest to say, well, I'd succeeded anyway.
That was clear for you to maintain your cool.
Yeah,
it wasn't. I failed.
I
very much failed. I gained experience though.
We're all growing and learning here.
My inch remains missing, but I gained experience. So sits down, wraps a blanket around themselves, and so what's up?
Thought I made it pretty clear in the text message, but I mean, as long as you're comfortable. She's gonna take a drink.
You're right. Hang on. Here you go.
DM question. Do I have a sympathetic token on this person?
Roll a single d6.
Okay. Three.
No.
Okay.
You do not.
Good to know.
And it's entirely likely that you've tried.
That's fair. That's valid. So Tal will pop herself up on the counter and say, so I'm having coffee or breakfast or whatever with Lai tomorrow.
Good for you.
Thanks.
I thought
The
you
point
liked
is,
him. No? You don't like him anymore?
I mean, yeah.
You ever call your boss to say, hey, I'm having coffee with my crush?
My crush ex. Yeah, I can tell they're having a rough go of it right now, and I
Are there to make it smooth.
Yeah, which is why I called you.
Remind
me what we're
don't
doing
have
here.
tips for that. That's a you.
That is not what I meant. Please,
Right.
let's not have this discussion. It'd be great if we didn't. Prefer not to.
Yeah.
Make yourself comfortable, but
yeah,
maybe not that comfortable, huh?
I see. So what's your problem?
I just want to be sure of what we're doing here. Why I'm involved. What it is that I'm trying to convince them of. Because talking to them, things get mixed up in my head. They make some pretty good points, and I need somebody that's been doing this for longer to remind me what it is I'm supposed to be saying. Why is it so important that you guys have Lai on your side?
It's important we have everyone on our side.
That doesn't seem likely. If that were the case, you guys just, I don't know, have everyone on your side?
Oh. Young Padawan. It is a process. You will learn.
I'm trying to learn, okay?
Yeah. You are muted and trying to talk to us.
Danny muting too soon.
The dog's in the closet, and I have to go get him. Give me a second.
Oh, is she forcing Wellington to come out of the closet?
Pride Month is over, and Danny said,
I'm just setting him up for success over here. I know. He kept sniffing around. There's a his bed in there. It's very happy.
You scared me.
That's right.
It's July 4th weekend for everyone's edification. It means there are fireworks, and my small dog is afraid, so I have set him up in a bunker back there.
That makes sense. I would also like to be in the bunker.
There's plenty of room. I've decided that Tal has a massive sweet tooth. Whenever she me eating candy, she's also eating candy. She ate candy in the last scene too. She goes, yeah, you keep saying that I'll learn. And
Well, why did you join?
because God help me, something you said made sense. And I don't know. It's good to belong to something where I kind of have an idea that, I don't know, the world isn't going to shit or whatever. You guys seem to know what you're doing. But that feeling doesn't mean I understand. And that feeling is not enough for Lai. Lai's not big on feelings.
How do you know?
Because I know Lai. Lai's not a lead with the gut type.
Huh.
If you want them on side, you have to give them a good logical reason. And if I'm going to give them that, I need to understand what you want from them.
Do you?
Yeah. I think I do.
They are special.
Yeah, so?
One of the things we don't have at the moment is a Reaper.
Yeah.
We need one.
For?
We need that intel.
Why this one?
You know this one. For a start.
Did you recruit me to get to Lai?
No. Honestly, I barely recruited you.
Whatever. I thought about it.
I know. Your sister.
Yes?
How would you recruit her?
Lai's not my sister.
No.
That's nothing like my sister.
No.
So I don't see how that's relevant.
I'm wondering whether it's because it's this person or any person.
You don't have to talk circles around that. I can just tell you. It's
Please
this
be my
person.
guest. It's this person. Why is this person different? Because they're logical.
Because Eli seems to have a lot of shit going on. It sounds like you guys pissed off their friends. You're not exactly on Li's good books. Didn't you kidnap them or something?
We gave it back.
Yeah, that doesn't really erase the damage done.
Doesn't erase anything, but
unless you're going to take their memories too.
No, I'm not going to do that. Not at this pay grade.
So, I probably wouldn't be too gung-ho to join up and fight the good fight if you kidnapped me first either.
That's true. Do you think they're struggling because of their abilities?
I think they're struggling because you kidnapped them. And by asking me to do this, you're kind of setting me up to fail here. I want an argument I can win with. It's the only way it's going to work.
Okay. But I don't want the argument to come from me. That's the problem.
Then remind me. Tell me why we're all here. I can put it into my own words, but I don't have much of anything. For some reason, that the more time you spend around here, I cannot understand or put my finger on. You just seem to know what you were talking about when I started all this. I don't really understand much of anything.
Some people don't like being what they are.
Yeah.
We give them an option to be someone else. Somehow else. Another way to live, another choice.
How does the kidnapping factor into all that?
That one's a higher up question.
Doesn't seem like too much of a choice. Just saying.
They had their abilities removed to feel what it's like. They didn't have their abilities removed to reuse them, to repurpose them elsewhere. It was suppressed, it wasn't removed.
Why would you even say that? What? I want to do something. I want to roll something.
Yeah,
Fuck.
roll something. Roll something. Frankie does not want to fuck.
No.
You said you want to roll something. Fuck.
No, Tal's not interested.
Good, because Frankie don't see Tal like that.
Well, good, because Tal doesn't see Frankie like that first.
You go for it. I don't know what you're rolling. What are you rolling?
Could read a bad situation.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Good eye. Read a bad situation. Do I have Tal's stats anywhere?
I can see Tal's stats here.
Can I see Tal's stats here?
You should be able to see Tal's stats.
Where?
Yeah. You in fact have access, but I'll give you.
I don't have a link. I typed it in. I have a link for that for some reason.
Well, give me a second, and I will give you.
I got Carmel. I got Noel. I got no Tal. Tallulah.
You did. It was pinned, but I've given it to you again. You've got it again.
I pinned it. Like I can see pins.
I mean, if you click the pin button.
Hold on, everyone. Smart ass over here. Tallulah. Let's see what we got here. You read about situations plus sharp.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 10.
It's a 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold 3. Goodness.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Who is wait. I have these questions. I have them thanks to Phoebe. I have them.
I have them also. Do you need them?
No, they're right here.
Who's in control here?
No. It's read about situation.
Mm-hmm, I know. It's just your go-to question. I'm just curious.
Actually, no, I don't see that one. What are the questions? I'm sorry.
The questions are, what's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? What's the best way to protect the victims?
What's the best way to protect the victims? Is the first one.
Who are the victims?
In this case, lie.
I don't know if that question's answerable, because if Frankie picks up that Tal sees Lie as a victim in terms of this process, then that's a different question. Like, that's a different situation.
She wouldn't be giving that up. She just doesn't know whether they intend to put Lie in danger and is trying to express that she doesn't want to go through with it if it's not actually like as they say it is. She's trying to make sure it's safe for Lie.
Okay, so protecting the victims in that case would be get close to Lie. Like,
okay,
be close.
What's the biggest threat?
That Lie misconstrues the situation and sees you as an enemy.
Okay. What's my best way out if I were to choose to take that route?
Of like KF?
Yep. Of this responsibility.
Of this responsibility? The catch up with Lie goes so badly that Lie never wants to talk to you again.
Okay. Cool.
Stakes.
Cool. Great. Awesome. Great.
But what Frankie would say... Oh, no. You go.
No.
What Frankie would say is... Do you have doubts about KF in general?
Not for me. I know where I'm supposed to be. Hasn't felt wrong prior to now.
So why?
But you didn't kidnap me. You didn't shake me up the way you shook them up. And it seems like it feels different for some reason. And I'm not sure why.
It's different because they're hunters. We can't just bring anyone in. You can't take someone who essentially is being trained to get in the way or interfere with everything that we've been doing. and just say, here, have free reign of everything we know.
Why bother? Seems like it's got to be worth the risk. Seems like a really big deal.
Hunters have been trying to kill us for generations. They've been trying to get in the way. We can't just... Oh, well, bygones be bygones.
And what have you been doing in response to that? Usually I do something when someone tries to kill me. That's just me, but...
When someone tries to kill me? Or when someone trying to stop KF from doing what KF is doing, KF responds. Is that what you're asking?
Hunters have been trying to kill you. What have you been trying to do to them?
Find them other alternatives.
What does that mean?
The suppression that I can do on your sister. I'm lucky I can do that. That's just something I can do, right? What you can do to your sister. Is that luck? Hunters believe that there is a natural order and a natural balance. KF believes that we should be in control of that balance. We should get to choose.
Is it balance if somebody's in control of it?
Imagine if you could have general control and you could just say, look, I'm going to turn it off for this week, this month, this year. It's too hard. It's too much work. Wouldn't you want to?
I mean, obviously, but I'm not everybody.
And if someone else said, I really wish just for this month, this year, that I could do something like this, would you say no?
You mean like giving people abilities that don't have them already?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's for me to say. That's
exactly
a whole different ballgame.
That's the point. Hunters have a very clear preference.
For?
No one born without that ability should have that ability.
Yeah, but... So you think we should just go around handing people abilities?
I mean, not at random, but I also think if it were possible, I'm sure there are a number of people who would prefer to just live. We're not all blessed with humanoid forms. Imagine if, I don't know, a lichen could go without having to deal with the phase.
Doesn't seem like they choose that very often.
There's a couple, but it's not often. But if they could choose, like genuinely choose to just, I don't know, have the weekend and nap instead, don't you think some would choose it?
I don't read minds. I don't know.
What if you could?
Frankie, that sounds fucking terrifying, and my head's kind of spinning, if I'm being honest with you.
All I'm saying is, if we can, why wouldn't we have the ability to, even if it's not used? If we have these abilities, why would we not?
Frankie, do you trust your boss? Like, seriously trust? Like, I've never met.
Trust my boss, yeah.
But your boss's boss's boss. You know, her.
Never met her.
Believe in what she's doing? Ever been in a room with her?
I believe in the hospitals. I believe in the people who have been happier without it. I believe in the people who have been born without the abilities of their kind, who have been able to see what it would be like if they did.
I guess that makes sense. Everybody's got a choice, then it's all equal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be able to argue with that. I just think they got the wrong impression. I really think that kidnapping them was a bad idea. It's a real shitty introduction.
I think anything we did that wasn't... I think they'd have killed us if they could have, before they got a chance to question our motives.
I just want to live in a world where there's an answer that isn't, we're going to put a bag over your head so you don't kill us, you know?
Me too.
Tal kind of flops on the couch, pops some Skittles into her
Frankie.
mouth and goes, yeah.
Frankie chucks their legs up on top of Tal. You do what you need to do. Whether or not you do this, whether or not you can do this, I'll keep working on your sister. It's not going to change anything.
Thanks. It means a lot. I'm not going anywhere. Just to make that clear. Just... Li Morgan is real fucking stubborn. That's all I'm saying.
They get up. They ruffle your hair and head toward the door. Oh, young Padawan. So are you. So are you. And out they go.
Did we kidnap them? Yes. Did we violate their person? Yes.
Yes.
But hear me out. Don't worry about it.
What if?
Don't think about that. Hear me out.
Everyone should have a choice. Did we take theirs from them? Yes. However,
Yes.
However,
just to prove a point, though. Just to prove a point. Then we gave it back. Though.
it wasn't permanent.
Give it back.
It wasn't permanent. It wasn't permanent. Just the trauma was permanent.
It's
We
fine
gave it back.
to temporarily violate bodily autonomy.
We took
As long as you give it back.
We took away the bodily autonomy, and then we gave it back. Not willingly. There was a lot of threatening going on at the time, but we gave it back.
Yeah.
There was, yeah. We did give it back, though.
But, we had to be forced.
And everything's fine.
Yeah.
But hey, did anyone die though?
Yes.
That we know of.
I mean,
Did anyone
that
that did anyone that you personally know or care about die?
Depends on who you ask.
But,
'Cause I
like-
sure did kill a woman.
Well, did you?
Just the one.
It's a mystery, isn't it? I don't think I'd be using the word kill so freely if I were you.
Well, I feel confident that she's no longer alive, and I facilitated the endeavor.
There's a word for that.
Murder.
There's many words.
In your line of work, there's a word for that.
Numerous words for that. Reap, murder,
Slay.
slay, off, help
Unalive.
cross to the other side, ferry to the underworld. Many. There are many words.
But you chose
facilitated a lateral
killed.
transference.
Yeah, you did
Of
choose
life.
kill.
Yeah,
Which is the
I
thing
think that kill is neutral though, because yes, Reapers do kill, but do they murder?
I meant kill in a gender neutral way. You know, like
Yes.
dudes.
Yes, kill.
Yes, kill is gender neutral. That's what we've learned today.
Oh, we love a non-binary murder.
That would be Lie's bio on Twitter. Would be kill is a gender neutral term. That would be their bio if they had a Twitter. They don't, but if they did.
Oh god.
Absolutely. All of that aside, what does Tal do after that?
I think that's when she texts Lie to say like morning. Yeah.
Yep. And then bedtime. Now stuff's messed up because like Frankie just went around and like moved shit randomly, you know.
She's gonna check on her sister, but I don't think that's something that we need to like dive into. But she would check on her sister and then probably go to bed, like after confirming with Lie that they're going to meet in the morning.
Sister's good. Sister's happy. Sister's comfortable. So that next morning.
Yes. Hang on. I need to close my door. It's you guys are gonna hear it. Hang on. Okay, I'm back.
I did very much expect you to just go, "Huh."
I wouldn't do that.
I know, but it would have been funny.
There's just a mound of cushions that you can't see, and the dog just gets launched into it. Like, they enjoy it, don't get me wrong. It just looks terrifying from...
When I throw him that way onto the bed, that is what I do, because it's just a little bit too far for me to...
Just like a football.
Heave. Anywho, the next morning.
The next morning, who arrives first? We've been here before with this process.
And you know what the answer is. It's not Lie.
It's Tal. It is Tal.
How...
She is going to hang out in her car.
You know what I think?
What?
Tallulah's probably the kind of person who, whilst dating Lie, noticed how they're always really late and started doing the thing where she told Lie a time that was 30 minutes before when she actually wanted to meet up.
Mm-hmm.
That way, Lie would show up closer to the time that Tal wants to meet up.
The thing that I beg people to do for me,
yeah,
and,
the
half
Danny
of
requirement.
No one ever does the requirement. I go, lie to me, but you have to mean it. You have to mean it.
You must.
It does need to be
mean
believable.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you care about me, you will lie to me. I am blind.
You can't say that
of
to a
time.
fae. You can't say that to a fae. That's not how that works.
Are we dealing with a fae in this situation? I don't like how you said that, but go off.
Yeah, I was drinking.
Word of caution.
She does the 30-minute buffer, and then she gets there and waits in the car because she knows, like, she's never really sure whether Lie is going to be more than half an hour late. So, like, she knows there's probably still, like, some buffer. But if she goes any further than that, Lie would catch on to the fact that the time is a lie. And then you have to reset the cycle all over again.
Yes.
I think like as this time in particular, as Tao like pulls up, the timing is very serendipitous, and it's like the bus is pulling away. And so you just kind of see Lai like at the little bus stop looking like quite disgruntled.
More than usual?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Lai's normally like very intentional with like how they present themselves.
Yeah.
And totally do the thing that I do where it's like, does this look effortless? Does this look like I don't care?
So both of them this day, or in the last 12 hours, have gone, does it look like I cleaned? Does it look like I did my best?
Yeah.
I gotta make it not that.
Yeah.
I don't want
but
anybody
normally
to know.
Lai does look like put together in an intentional way. But this time it's like they just did not succeed in taking off all of their makeup from the night before.
Oh,
so
dear.
It's like yesterday's eyeliner is today's smoky eye.
But that needs to be like live, laugh, love. Yesterday's eyeliner is today's smoky eye.
100% that exists, I promise you.
It's a cross stitch. Tal made it for Lai's birthday one year.
But so that's the vibe that they have, and like they're probably like clutching a jacket like in their hand, but they're not wearing it because they definitely like were like, fuck, this is not an outfit. And they just like grabbed the jacket.
This is not an outfit.
But have not like gotten that far yet. And their hair is like in a ponytail that is definitely the kind of ponytail that you do because you're like, I do have bedhead right now and I'm not going to fix it, so I am putting in the ponytail. Like normally it's like kind of like a half up, half down, like little like pieces loose and it's like in their face a little bit. It's like really like, cute and like effortless, but also like there's too much mousse in their hair for it to be totally effortless.
The fact that I understand this is like
they just had to pull it all back because the little pieces that were hanging, like they're not good. So it's like all their hair is pulled back into a ponytail together.
They're bad pieces.
Yeah, the pieces just like were not.
They were not it. They were not it.
This is just me describing myself today. Like
I mean, you are telling on yourself, and I am hearing it.
Yeah, totally. Oh, yeah. Totally. I've told you guys, Lai is just me, but with mental stability and
stability.
A gun. Like I don't know.
Oh, the indignance.
Lai is just me with better at repression skills, with more repression skills, gender euphoria, and a gun. Yes.
Got it. That I can believe. That one I can believe.
Yeah.
You said the S word, and I didn't believe that one.
All right. Well, when they started out, they were very stable, and then I realized I had played myself. Like I'd fooled myself. I tricked myself into believing their lie of
congratulations.
Stability. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
Tal sees Lai across the street,
very good today.
Getting off the, sees the bus pull away and like does a little like beep beep.
They like look around and like mosey over. They're not walking quickly. They're like, ugh.
They throw away the little piece of corn they have.
Not like halfway.
Mosey makes me think you're chewing on some wheat that you pulled out of a field on the way.
Southern accent now. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey there, Tal. Tallulah. How's it?
How you doing today, Tallulah Summers?
How's it going? Mm-hmm.
No, but they walk over at a leisurely pace.
Tal will beep again when Eli's like halfway there, but it's like one longer one. It's and then she like leans on the wheel like.
Lai stops walking and like looks around a little bit. They very slowly kind of like fumble with their pockets to pull out a cigarette, like very clumsily, they're doing the thing where you try to tap the bottom of the carton to get one to pop up, and they like keep tapping it, and just like more and more keep like popping up.
You're gonna see
And
the
eventually they have selected one, and
the car start. You will see the car start, the lights flicker, and then the sunroof opens, and
and when they made it to the car, they like stop like outside of Tal's like driver door.
Oh my god.
Miss, you're being like really disruptive. I'm just trying to have like a nice early morning walk. Like, can you maybe tone it down a little bit?
She's gonna roll the window down just a little bit and go, I don't have any spare change. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If you want, I can take you to get some, like, I can use my card, get you something from this cafe in here if you want, but like.
That would be great. I would really appreciate that. I'm pretty
step
down
back
on my
a
luck
little?
right now.
Can you step back a little bit though? Like, just.
Yeah, of course. I respect your need for space.
Thank you. Thank you so much. She's gonna get out of the car and go, rough night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Are you okay?
Yeah, are we getting coffee or what?
She's gonna brush her way past Lai, like elbow them on the way past them, like, and towards the back of the car and go, yeah. I mean, I really will buy you something if all of this is like a cry for help. Like, I'm here, just so you know.
Totally. Yeah, no, I really appreciate that.
What
Are
the
they going into the coffee shop, or are they?
They're meandering towards the coffee shop. Yes, she is brushing past Lai to go to the coffee shop. Yeah,
sure. I was just, I don't know if they're talking about a secret society from like the underworld or whatever.
They're not gonna stay in there.
Not the literal underworld, but you know what I mean. Yes.
Yeah. They're not gonna stay in there. They're gonna get to-go coffee.
Okay, great.
She says, no, but seriously, this is distracting. What the fuck happened to you?
It is literally 6:30 a.m.
Yeah. You go to school like this every day?
No, I am like undoubtedly 3 times sexier.
Thank God. I don't know how you would be a teacher otherwise. You have to be at least 3x sexy to teach at a private school?
You would think, based on the way that my students interact with me, that it was a requirement of the role, yes.
Are you telling me your students are trying to fuck you?
Yes, I am. I will not have this conversation for a 3rd or 4th time.
You said that so quickly. Oh my God.
They just...
So you decided, I just won't bathe. And if I do that, maybe they'll look away? That's your strategy?
Yeah, but I know it's not working because I'm just God's gift to the planet Earth, and I'm so
I mean, the musk is
that I
really
can't even.
The musk is really working for you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling.
I know. Do we need to go back to your apartment right now? Like, can we even go in this coffee shop, or are you just gonna like?
I don't really need coffee. We can just go. Like, honestly, like.
I 1,000% need coffee. I will collapse onto the earth if I don't get caffeinated. So
I would rather not.
You're gonna have to keep it in your pants for like.
You got 4 minutes. I'm sorry. You better get walking. Go on, long legs. Go on.
Okay.
So I think they go and get coffee.
Yeah. Continue
to banter. And then they are headed back to the car and go. She goes, and then soberly, "Be okay, right?
Just drive the car."
Whatever. So she pulls off. She goes, "I can drop you off at school when we're done." Yeah. I don't want to just.
You're not going to subject the people on the bus to me. That's very charitable of you.
I'm doing it for them and also for me. Yeah. Not everybody can handle all of this. Pure, unadulterated, whatever it is.
What was the thing you said last season, Danny? Sexual energy or something?
Radiating pure, unadulterated sexual energy.
Yeah.
Just a hip thrust in the form of a person.
God.
Just absolutely something so Lila would say. Not seriously, but she'd say it.
She means it. Come on, we know.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't want to talk about your, aphrodisiac situation over here. So,
Tal, since when do we talk about aphrodisiacs?
We don't usually have this kind of conversation, but you have been way more interested in talking lately than you used to be. So
You invited me.
I
to
know.
get this coffee.
I know I did. But I mean, you were the one with questions the last time we had. Whatever. Ugh. She stops at a stoplight. The stoplight, I'll have you all know. The stoplight. With our famous NPCs,
I know that stoplight.
the neighbors.
I know that stoplight. That particular stoplight has
with Mervyn
and someone else.
His wife.
His wife, who are always looking out the window.
They're always watching. She goes,
so you're at a stoplight. Okay. I don't know.
She leans her head back onto the headrest and goes, have you thought about what I said at all?
Yeah, I have been. I really can't stop thinking about it. I think you're absolutely fucking insane for saying that Toad is the best Mario Kart main. It's objectively wrong.
You can talk about Mario Kart mains and what Toad can or cannot do and what he is or is not capable of when you can win more often. How about that? When you stop getting your ass beat, then you can tell me what you think about the different characters and how they should be. Yeah.
All right.
Mom, they get a fuck. Mom. I'm on my way.
I'll choose a different Toad next time. I'll choose a different Toad next time if you want me to.
Okay, yeah, let's see if you actually have any real skill or if it's all just you're a little mushroom. The point is that you get the mushroom, you go fast. You play the mushroom, you go fast. It's like a cheat in the game.
It's not. Okay, dry bones. Let's just lay this to bed for a second.
Sometimes you're a little on the head.
Phrasing, but I'll let it go for now.
Okay.
She goes, seriously?
On the nose.
That's not what you said. It's not at all.
No, that's me and Live realizing that the turn of phrase is on the nose.
And Tom goes, That's what most people say. Yeah. So is there something on your mind that you wanted to talk about before we
I don't know. You said you would answer my questions and it was all very mysterious.
Not sure what that has to do with your head, but sure. Yeah, we can go right into that.
Isn't that's what you were asking? You really want to know about my personal life and problems.
No. And she's gonna look over and go, you are an idiot. Has anyone ever told you that?
You. Yes. Many times.
I just wanted to make sure that you'd heard it today. Cool.
Thank you.
Right. So KF, this whole feud where
Yeah, the kidnappers.
Yeah, who seem apologetic about that if it helps at all. I
Do they?
did
The
tell
fruit
them
basket must have gotten lost on its way to my house.
I am the fruit basket, so congratulations.
So you didn't really want to talk to me. You're just here on company orders.
No lie, I actually do like seeing your stupid face, even when you don't bother to, it's just helpful that you also have questions that I want to answer. I don't know. We're new to this talking thing. We talked about this. Whatever.
We did.
The point is, I'm here to answer your questions, and I tried to get some more information from you, because that's, I don't know, you seem really skeptical about it, and I don't want you feeling that way. And I don't blame you because of the whole kidnapping thing, which I admit that I don't understand, but I still think you maybe have the wrong impression of who the good guys are here.
I mean, I'm curious and I'm worried because you're part of this group, Tal. Like, I am not really looking for, like, a membership to the club. I want to make sure you're okay.
I'm fine. I'm better than fine. I'm
not kidnapped?
Not kidnapped. Never once. Track record clean.
Weird.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't agree with that, but I do get that you're very stubborn. So at least now you guys have been introduced, and whatever.
And yet, when I'm asked to come somewhere, I do show up.
It's very nice of you, but it was me asking, and you do have a hard time saying no to me. So
they should have just done this plan a lot sooner, is all I'm saying.
I think so too, but no one's perfect. Nobody's claiming to be perfect. We can't all see the future and all that other shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not all imbued with special abilities. That's really kind of what it is, It's it seems like you've been spending a lot of time worried about a lot of different things. And you just seem happier when you're not thinking about it, all of it. Am I wrong about that?
Okay, what about it?
Am I wrong?
Tallulah Summers is never wrong.
That is the correct answer, Lam Morgan. You passed the test. Good. What if you could just take a break from it?
From what?
All of it. Being a Reaper, being, tall, dark, and grim all of the time. I mean, I know you love the eyeliner. No one's asking you to get rid of that. But what I'm saying is, if you could take some of the weight off of your shoulders, would you do it? Just for a little while.
No.
Why not?
Because that would be very selfish.
To who?
Everyone who needs me to do my job.
You're not the only person that does your job, are you?
No, but I'm good at it.
You don't get vacations? Ever? Seems like a pretty shitty job situation.
Got one once, accidentally. Are you asking me if I want to join your union? Because I'm not super concerned about PTO, Tal.
In a weird way, that's kind of what it is. That helps you to worry about it less. Yeah, in a weird kind of fucked up way, that's kind of what they want. They want people to have a choice of whether or not they go to work every single day, no matter how much or how little control they have over the job they're doing. It's kind of what they pitched me on. And, you know, seeing that I've never seen a person who at once is so bad at holding a job, but so dedicated to a different job and like still needs a nap all the fucking time, even though they're never at one of their works.
Yeah, no, I mean, keep mocking me. That's really working for you.
It's a compelling argument is all I'm saying. Like, I'm sorry.
I get where you're coming from and everything, but some things are more important than that. Like, yeah, I am tired today because I got up early. Yeah. And if I need to stay up late to do my job, I'm gonna stay up late. That's just the thing that I have to do. It's a job, it's a responsibility, it's an honor and a privilege, and not something that I'm gonna say, meh, bit tired. No, there's a concert I want to go to. I'm sorry, I can't reap this person because I sleep. Like,
it's
that's not the kind of person I am.
I know the kind of person you are. It's not really just about you, though, is it? Like, you don't have to choose that. The point is that you're waking up in the morning and you're making a choice to be responsible and to do your job, and that's great. But what about people who have the kind of abilities they can't control?
Then they should learn how to control them. They can be taught. There's like a whole ass camp for it, apparently.
What if they don't have anybody to teach them?
That could be where KF comes in.
I mean, yeah, but not in the way you think. That's what I'm saying. That's the point. I think
you're trying to remove the symptoms and get people dependent on monthly shots or however often they have to take them in order to maintain their supposed sense of control. If they lose access to the drug, they lose access to that control or the choice you're supposedly giving them. Why not just teach them? Don't catch the fish, teach them to fish or whatever.
I mean, it's easier to learn by doing. If you're a werewolf, no offense to your friend. Like, I'm not talking about them in particular. Say you're somebody, or even a vampire, sure, whatever. You're a new vampire, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Can you learn anything if you're just thinking about sucking blood all the time? Or would it be better if you could just turn it off just for a little while so that you can get your head around the concept that you are different now and you have different abilities and stuff now, and you can learn about it in a controlled environment?
Is that what KF is doing?
It seems that way. Yeah.
It seems that way, or you know and have evidence that they are helping people learn how to control their abilities and not just wiping the problem away temporarily.
Everything that I understand about them tells me that they don't have any interest in wiping away people's abilities. Just letting them mellow out. Nobody's trying to get anyone addicted. I'm not pushing drugs. Like, I don't think they're trying to get people on these like shots, like it's some like heroin epidemic or whatever. It's just the method of transference is kind of an unfortunate like connotation. It's not the point. The point is, I think they're about a lot more than that. And I think that there's a lot to be learned from what they're doing. And I think that even if you would wake up every day, like I said, and choose to do what you do, not everybody has powers like yours. I mean, you've seen the X-Men. It's the same argument that, like, I don't know, Mystique and Rogue make. Like, yeah, it's all fair and good if you can, like, move stuff with your mind, but what if you kill everything you touch? Should you not be able to touch anyone ever? Should everybody that's trying to teach you how to not do that be at risk of death? Or should you be able to get a hug when you fucking need one?
Okay.
They're
Sure.
not just
I agree
not-
with that part.
they're not just sitting in some kind of warehouse doing whatever the fuck it is happened with you. They're kind of all over the place. There's scientists and researchers and people that are actually doing like real good out there. And they're not just looking for problems in the world. They don't see people with abilities as problems. They just see it as something that we should have control over rather than having it have control over us.
Danny?
Yeah?
Refresh the page. Look at the bottom. I've just given you some extra information.
Okay.
I don't think it'll change anything you've said. It's just so that you have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got it. Sure. You said you had questions. I have answers. Ask.
Okay, I guess how often do people have to take the cure?
Hey, MC, is it once a month or
It depends.
on?
It can be up to a month, but
Mm.
it is frequently less than that because the month period is just tends to be too much. So they've tested up to that period, but usually it'll be 2 weeks at most.
Yeah. It's usually once or twice a month. For me, it was 10 days back when I was doing it. I don't anymore. And yeah, just FYI, I've not experienced any withdrawal symptoms. I didn't start, wake up in a cold sweat or anything like that when I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew how to deal with all of this a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And we're setting anything on fire.
How long have you been with them? How do you learn about them? Like, give me your side of things.
They found me. Frankie came to a show one day and we got to talking and just sort of, not like that, but we kept in touch. And then I got into a little bit of trouble and Frankie helped me out. And in so doing, I learned about KF. I've just kind of been hanging out with him ever since.
What kind of trouble?
I did something kind of fucked up. That's a story for another time. It's not like I'm off air or anything like that. It's just...
Okay. Yeah, so we're just both gonna keep being a little bit cagey. That sounds like us.
Would you even believe me if I just started being open and emotional with you? Oh, lie. Let me tell you everything about everything right away.
Sounds like you already started trying, but
I
you want to take things slow.
I think you would tuck and roll out of the car if I did that, to be honest with you. I wouldn't even need to slow down. Yeah. Americano and limbs akimbo just bouncing down the road. I'm not trying to scare you off, okay?
Okay.
What, Shawty?
Phrasing.
How to lose your
Everything,
goth in
everything
4
people want to
minutes.
see first thing in the morning. I'm holding an Americano. My legs.
How to lose your goth in 4 minutes or less. Emotionally dump on them and expect them to do the same thing.
I am a very hard person to scare, but you keep your secrets then. This totally builds trust.
I wouldn't even be having this conversation with you if we didn't trust each other. You can say whatever you want to. I know you wouldn't be in the car with me if you didn't trust me.
Okay.
Keep playing your cards however you want to, but we're having this conversation.
Yeah. And you don't want to keep having it.
I do want to keep having it. Your bullshit, like beating around the bush, is not.
I'm not beating around the bush. I'm asking you to tell me what horrible thing you did that you needed to join a MLM or something.
I'm not asking you to sell Mary Kay products. Lie. Jesus
You're
Christ.
trying really hard to recruit me, though.
You would have been great at that. I mean, with it, yeah. If anybody would buy it, I'd buy it from you. You could be driving around one of those pink cars instead of taking the bus. That could have been you.
That would be snazzy. That'd be a whole look.
Would be snazzy. With the personalized license plate and everything. Death Daddy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Daddy. Oh, good. Yeah, no, that's better than mine.
Look. Wait, what's yours?
SRLKLLR.
That's why they didn't give you a car, isn't it?
Totally. That's why I have to take the bus. Actually,
Yeah.
the police just like took it in and pounded it.
Yeah. That's why they won't let you drive. I wouldn't have. As soon as you put that down on your little personalized thing, revoked.
Yeah, it
denied.
actually raises some red flags in the government.
Just a few.
Shockingly.
Listen, we spent quite a bit of time apart. I'm not quite ready to talk about that specific thing just yet.
Okay.
But it's not because I don't trust you, and it's not because I don't want to tell you. It's because that's not what we're talking about right now. And if we start talking about it, I know it's going to go off into a whole separate conversation. And you have school in a little while.
I do. I'm a diligent and dedicated teacher.
You look it.
I
Definitely do.
I do. Sorry for pushing you.
You don't have to be sorry. Like I said, it's not like I'm not going to tell you. I always tell you everything eventually, unfortunately.
Do you? You didn't have any secrets in there? They're all just waiting to brew to the surface.
Do you?
Of course.
Like what?
If you're not telling your secrets, I'm not telling mine.
I'm not telling that one secret. I didn't say I wasn't telling secrets in general.
Okay.
You can't.
And I did.
You can't get something for nothing. Lie.
Okay. Well, when you tell me your new secret, I'll tell you one.
Just that one? Drive a hard bargain. She's going to sit there and she's going to drink her drink for a little while. Just let the quiet happen.
Are they like in the parking lot of her apartment building?
No, they've pulled over. They're just like on the side of the road.
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
Outside of these people's house. No.
God.
They live in I think they live in a condo. They just live on the first floor. That's why they're like that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. what if I tell you that I hurt somebody that I cared about? And this isn't about you, so don't start. And if it hadn't been for Frankie, I might have lost them. It wasn't on purpose. It was because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. My abilities. And that day, and a lot of other days afterwards, I felt like I didn't want them at all. And it took Frankie showing me that there was another way and that there was a choice to keep me from wanting to even like look into giving them up permanently. They don't even do that. That's not how any of it works. I mean, I guess I could have, but what I got out of it was that I learned how not to do that again. And this person that I care about is still here and is okay. And I didn't fuck up or kill anybody because I understand myself. I wish I had done it before. I wish I'd met Frankie earlier, but I didn't. And I think if I'm being honest, I joined up because I don't want that to happen to anybody. I don't want that to happen to anybody else. If there's going to be all kinds of weird shit happening in the world, I want people to be self-aware no matter what family they come from. Not everybody has the benefit of having good friends. They should at least be educated, right?
Yeah.
Really is kind of like X-Men when you think about it like that. Weird.
And Daybreak's the X-Men school? Dr.
Daybreak?
Xavier's school for gifted youngsters? I don't know. I should like read a comic or something if I'm going to try to reference them.
You just don't worry about it.
I mean, I know KF is associated with the school.
Yeah.
And I know a shit ton of the students are some monster or another.
Not all of them, though. It's not all about that.
But a lot of them are. That's where they pull from for their staff in some cases. I mean,
kind of seems
there's
that
parallels.
Yeah,
if we're going with X-Men.
Okay, if we're going to X-Men, like sure, Daybreak. I was thinking that maybe the facility itself is kind of like the school for, because you're not teaching monsters how to monster in your combat class, are you? Okay.
No, I'm not teaching monsters how to monster. That was summer camp. So.
Okay, so your camp is, I guess, kind of a version of that, but you guys don't do choices, I guess.
I mean, we don't take away people's powers. That's not the point of the camp. The point of the camp is to learn how to use them so that you can, do okay in life.
Do people ever get hurt?
Well.
That's a yes. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not permanently.
That is not reassuring. I hope that you don't say that to the parents. Holy shit.
I think they let me talk to the parents? No way.
I hope not now.
No.
Okay.
I am not the face of summer camp, shockingly. Yeah, they don't put out like emo goth vibes. It's a lot more kumbaya, but everyone's holding a knife while they sing it.
Okay, so another thing that you should learn about KF, we don't have as many knives. And I know that is a real turnoff for you specifically. And she kind of like looks at several of like Li's like leg holsters where she knows that there are knives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that actually just sold me. I think I just have to kill everyone in KF. I mean, at that point,
because
that's
just
just
they don't
really...
have knives and you do.
Yeah.
You're really just like,
I think the whole organization should just go down based off of the fact that
there
not
are
everyone
knives.
is. Yeah, if it's an anti-knife org, I mean that's just.
It's not anti-knife. I'm just saying that they don't really need to. They don't use the knives for.
They don't use the knives.
Yeah, we don't need to. We just kind of talk about our feelings.
They did take my knife when I was there, though.
Yeah,
which
because
was
we
the
don't.
problem.
Because I mean, there was some fear that you were gonna.
I would use the knife.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of? I mean, it's the impression you want to give off, right? Like that's your whole vibe.
Yeah, I think it works for me. So
Yeah.
I guess mission accomplished.
Yeah. So they did take it because they figure you know what you're doing with it.
Yeah. Because they're scared of me. You can
Yeah.
say it. It's because they're scared of me.
I'm not going to say that's not why.
No, I'm really intimidating. I know.
So intimidating. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's the point of the me, I guess? Is it just like I'm your super cool friend who you like want to carpool with, or are you sure
first
it's
of all,
not an MLM?
You'd be carpooling with me. This is my car. But first of all, second of all, I think it's more about diversifying, like extending reach and stuff like that. They said something about the fact that you were a Reaper, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that you do choose your job. And I don't know, maybe they want you to teach. I have no idea. I mean, it seems like you're getting a lot of offers to be a teacher these days, so maybe that's what they want to, but I won't know.
Weird amount. I mean, listen, if I can go to KF and they can give me like a competing salary offer that I can bring to Daybreak, like, maybe I'll meet with the boss.
They definitely probably can, but the whole thing is that you got to be willing to meet with them. They're not going to tell me what it is, what your skill set is, any more than you're about to tell me what it is that you can do, other than wield a knife really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not asking you to make any decisions. I'm just saying that it might be good if you kept an open mind.
Okay. I've always been open-minded.
About most things.
Well,
Not about Toad, but it's a horse of a different color, I guess. I can't say I'm ever going to forgive you for that, but think about it.
No, it's fine. We'll just always have a wall between us that is toad-shaped.
You can just step over. Your leg's pretty long.
Okay.
I don't want you to be scared of this for me, for my sake. I believe I'm doing the right thing.
Good. That's all I can ask for.
I think deep down that's what you want to be doing too. I won't tell anybody.
Who says I'm not, Tal?
I don't know. Usually when people feel good about the fact that they are doing the good work and that, it'd be selfish for them to stop doing their job, they give a little bit more of a shit about whether they live or die.
I'm kind of a special case.
So you can't take off work to take a vacation, but you can take off work because you're dead?
No, I just keep working.
How does that work?
There's a lot of different jobs that you can do as a Reaper.
It sounds like it sounds like that sentence kind of like it started off really strong, and then it sort of you realize that you actually don't know in the middle of it, and it kind of, is that what happened?
Just some things that are supposed to be like Reaper knowledge and not part of like the general public, but
am I the general public now? Holy shit.
A lot of different jobs Reapers can do.
And you can do
I got the killing one.
So you can do them while you're dead or incapacitated in some way.
couple. Dead. Not incapacitated.
But you like the stabbing, right? Like, you like the killing part?
Yeah. I love it. You heard what my vanity plate would be. I just get a kick out of it.
I'm just saying, if you go off and get yourself killed, you probably won't get to keep your knife. Your knives, your weapons. You'd probably have a different job, like a desk job or something. You want to be a desk job reaper? Is that what you want?
Hate that.
Yeah.
Pencil pushing? You kidding me?
Your handwriting is awful.
Important work. It's important work, but it's,
I'm sure it is.
God knows it's not for me.
Licensed, like, sole accountant, Lime, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's gonna be me. Just you wait.
I'm just gonna get you
Maybe
some
I'll
glasses.
mellow out when I get older.
I doubt it.
You'd hate that.
I'd be surprised about that, if that is what happened. I don't want you to be anybody that you're other than who you are right now.
It's very sweet of you.
Don't.
So both of you, please roll gaze into the abyss.
Okay.
The abyss.
Apparently, it's not Daybreak prep if there's not a character that makes me want to scream. This season, it's Tao.
Oh no!
Congratulations, you took over from Skylar.
Why are you?
No!
No.
Jesus!
Hang on. I can't do math. I got a 13.
Rolled poorly. I got a 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Eek.
Okay.
Well, I got a 13.
6.
So
6. Sorry, she's got 2 dark.
She got a 6. And a 13. Give me.
Oh wait, it's a 7. I don't fail.
Oh,
I'm using the information that I learned last night from Frankie.
correct.
+1.
Okay.
nice.
Nice. From lie, or for lie, the abyss looks into you again. Hello,
Oh no.
it's me.
It's invasive.
the Abyss. I'm here again.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Hello, Abyss. Nice to see you.
Hi, it's really nice in here. And it really gently guides Lie's attention to all of the aspects of what's been going on with Tallulah and the fact that she's, to her, being really honest and really open. And this is kind of nice. It's not turn someone on hot or anything like that, but connection is nice.
Mm-hmm.
That is what the abyss says to you.
The abyss has to say, hey, buddy. Other people.
Hey, buddy, share. Be kind.
That's it. That's
be
what the abyss
nice.
says.
Open up, you know?
Hey, it's okay.
Hey, Lie, it's me, the abyss.
The abyss ever tell you need friends? Because that's a little...
Yeah.
Really awkward. Tallulah.
Oof.
Yes.
Auntie Abyss just wants to look out for you.
Yeah. Tallulah, the abyss says, hey, girl, hey. So, here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
You done told him your secrets.
Mm-hmm.
That's safe? Is that a good idea? Is that a good idea? Should you? Should you?
It's
Is that
fine.
safe? Really?
It's fine.
He tell you anything? Nope.
Not yet.
He planned to? Probably not.
You don't know?
Do you?
No.
Does he trust you?
Does Lie trust anybody?
Do you
It's
trust
not
them?
really about that. I trust Lie to be Lie.
Okay. And the Abyss.
Damn!
You rolled a 7. It was supposed to be disturbing.
You ever just the Abyss shows
The
up?
Abyss also is has a corporeal kind of form, and it's like the angel devil on your shoulder, but it's just one.
It's just
You only get one at a time.
And
it's
they're
one
like,
in a hood. Bitch. It's bitch.
Fuck.
Was the Abyss purposefully misgendering Lie?
No. The Abyss was not purposefully misgendering Lie. The Abyss is similar to the big guy in that it is a force of nature. And I, as MC, went, all forces of nature. No Lie. Very well.
And so
That's
they can
valid.
say
I became too familiar with Lie as the Abyss.
Lie is not that familiar with the Abyss, but the Abyss
No.
is that familiar with Lie.
Yeah.
And you know what? That
so,
makes
you know.
sense. The Abyss
think
has
so.
always been watching. Has your babysitter ever been the Abyss?
No. As it turns out, yes.
Yes. All of these skeletal friends and my friend the Abyss.
And my friend the Abyss.
If you're afraid, you should be.
Yeah. Also, obsessed with the way you say skeletal. I think that's just delightful.
Yeah, I've never
again.
heard that before. That's great.
Oh, I have, and I love it. Say skeletal.
Do you want me to say it how you say it or how I say it?
No, say
Nope.
the way you say it.
Skeletal?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's English. It's good.
To me, this is very like the bones are like elite hacksaw, like I'm in, like they're going to break the mainframe. The way that you say skeletal.
Yeah.
Skeletal. That's
Skeletal.
I love it. I think it's delightful. I think accents are incredible. Sorry to derail.
okay.
It's okay. I was thinking it, so
So yes, we are in the car.
I'm still in the car.
They were both just kind of like blustering at this point, I think. And Lie is like, oh, they had said like, I appreciate you sharing. I think I owe you one. Is that right? I think I said 1 for 1.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
I cannot tell you how much I miss the old days.
Which ones?
When it was just you and me at the Vice and Virtue playing shows and seeing Jared sometimes and fucking around. Everything made sense to me then. Everything.
I want to be the one that says, hey, that life's not gone. We can go back to it. But, you know, it's not entirely true. But I will say, we're still here. You don't have to be all one thing all the time. Like, now you have an image to uphold and all that, but
We're still here, but everything else is very different.
okay. So out there's different. In here doesn't have to be. Not if you don't want it to be.
Oof. Tal found the one set of words.
Got him.
Roll.
Do I even have to roll? Do I have to roll? I feel like I should just win.
You should.
Oh,
But
So
did you see the face Phoebe made?
I saw the
feel like I
face.
should just win.
I feel like you should just win. Do you have an issue with just winning, Phoebe?
So roll because I would like to know what you roll.
Fine.
And this is because this would be a peak interest. This would be plus dark.
Okay. She's got more dark than she does hot. So
I know. I'm
and
aware.
that's why. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's a 9. Actually, oh
Ooh.
nope, it's a 10 because she's using the information. It's a 10.
What you
Sure.
gonna give? What you gonna give?
So for peak interest, you will gain a string. And then I get just add it on.
To my thread.
And then I get to choose I give something of myself in return. I promise to engage further, or I try to feign disinterest.
Based on the response that you, Phoebe, had, you
Oofa.
cannot feign disinterest.
No,
That's not
I
there.
can't.
It's not
I
on the
can't.
board.
No, I know. And Lai would not try to in this situation. No, so the thing that I am thinking, like, per the way that Lai talked about, like, their relationship with Carmel is, like, Lai wants a bubble that is, like, untouched by everything else. And that is essentially what Tallulah just offered them. However, there's the part of Lai that's like, no, but she still knows too much for the bubble to exist. Like, she knows too much, which is
So
why
you're going
Lai
to
only
kill
ever
her.
dated non-monsters. No. Not you know too much, so I have to kill you. But, like, you can't truly be a bubble because you have, like, this extra lateral and, like, surrounding knowledge. So I think I'm gonna go with I promise to engage further.
Okay.
Because Lai has a lot going on in their head.
Tal is aware.
So she says that, and I do think that, like, Lai like blink.gif a little bit because it's like, wow, you've really said the words I wanted to hear. Oh boy. But also Lai has just, like, had this crisis of conscience.
Can I also say,
Carmel?
say, please, keep it feral, fuckers.
I
Oh,
know,
that's true.
I know, but
I forgot
also
about that.
Keep it feral, fuckers.
but character development.
That's
Also,
true.
I don't want that.
and so
Feral.
I'm
Feral fuckers.
torn.
I understand that, like, I'm a therapist, and a lot of the time I really, really do want these characters to get this development, but not in this way. Right now, I want a soap fucking opera.
Okay.
Character development
but
in this
character
economy?
development.
You can develop in other ways. You can develop
Okay, but
out of this adversity,
this is the thing that
in
the
bed.
story has led us to. The story
Yes.
has led us to this
To
moment of character
feral
development.
Fuckery.
So we can either have feral
Feral.
fuckery where Lai does their same patterns of toxicity and just repeats them and never
Yes.
addresses their issues.
Maybe.
Or this is an opportunity for what, everyone?
Feral growth.
Consider that it could be both. Consider that it could be both. Feral growth.
Shawnee, I see what you're doing.
It's what I have for you is
Sure, thank you. I appreciate this.
please continue as you were.
I think I promise to engage further. And so Tallulah has said the thing they've said. Lai has blink.gif for like a second.
Mm-hmm. And Tallulah goes, "You okay?"
They like do that thing where they're like looking down, they kind of like flick their eyes up without like lifting their head. So it's like a look, but
A
it's
smolder.
only a little bit of a look. So they like look at her a little bit and they're like, when I need to go back to the good old days, I know where to find you.
Yeah, you do. And she's gonna give a little bit more of a look than Lai's giving right now, because how dare you? And
that's how I, me, Phoebe, I'm like, are you fucking serious?
but wow.
Growth.
Yeah, okay, growth. Yeah. To which, until I had a thought, but my brain is empty, so you guys gotta give me a second. Hang on a second.
Head empty, no thought. Only thought.
Only thought. Only thought.
Only thought.
We're not just playing Monsterhearts anymore, lads and ladies.
We're not Monsterhearts of the
Monster
Week.
of the Week too.
I
cannot only
Tallulah
pursue
will
fertility this time.
Tallulah will say, after a bit of a look, yes, you do. And you still owe me one. That wasn't a secret.
That's the face they make, and they just kind of sit back. Very much, I know, and I've been bested.
You want me to roll again? You want to roll again? You want to roll again?
Actually,
roll again.
What you can roll is manipulate.
I'm not manipulating them with anything other than my feminine wiles.
Yes. It's not so much about Sam unmuted to lean forward. You did, in fact, mute yourself again. Yes.
I unmuted and it was like, there's not actual words that can express this. We're gonna just.
Sorry, not to do. Can y'all see Sam? Because I cannot see or hear Sam.
Oh,
really?
Sam just.
Hello.
He's on stream, but not on
you.
my picture.
I mean, I'm talking to Sam.
Like in my Ninja.
That's weird.
One of you needs to refresh, and that will solve that.
I'll go ahead and refresh because it sounds like it might just be me.
Okay.
BRB.
I would like you to roll to manipulate. In the meantime, the idea behind this manipulation isn't so much that; it's more the encouragement. Hello.
Back. What?
Okay, cool.
Feels
It's more the. To what degree can you encourage, or what degree of strength of secret can you encourage?
So 7. 7.
Okay. Your feminine wiles are wiling, and they are successful in their wiling.
They be wiling.
They be wiling. They see me wiling.
So, are you attempting to manipulate a person to use feminine wiles to seduce Lai? ?
Yeah, sure.
Or okay.
Oh, no. It was the way I was using the manipulate in that instance was actually the strength of secret.
Yeah, you can give me a secret, or
you can give me dick. Like what? Is that the implication that's being made? I'm very
secret
confused.
is what that dick do. I think.
Given the situation with Lai's girlfriend, it would maybe need to be secret dick.
It is secret dick. It is secret dick, and
the ocean knows. The ocean. So, hey, Sam. Sometimes things get wet, and the ocean knows about them. There's no secrets with the ocean when things are wet.
Anything wet, ocean no.
Yeah, if it's
the
wet, the
Auntie
ocean knows.
Affairs and Uncle Ocean will always be aware.
Oh God. Also, the thought process is Lai is often easier to, like, a little bit less guarded when they are relaxed. And so what that dictates is not a bad question to start with.
That's fair. Go forth.
And that is fair.
She wants a secret, she can get it from her house. Or in backseat of the car, who's to say?
Sometimes it depends on how far away you are from the destination. Sometimes the car will do the trick.
Sometimes the car will do the trick.
But I think based on the conditions of manipulate for another hunter, the 7 to 9 is I will mark experience if I do what you ask. I don't think that Lie's going to do what is being asked. Because what they're being asked is what that dick do. And Lie is not going to tell Tallulah what the dick would do today, as much as they may want to.
That's valid. That's valid. Tallulah knows when she's been denied. That's fine.
She's been denied dick.
So I think
it's out for you.
Like they're sat in the car and Lie was like, yes, I know when I've been bested. And they just like sigh very heavily and kind of like shift in their seat and they're like, are we gonna go?
Apparently we are. Yeah, sure. She's just gonna like look over at Lie and shake her head and like she'll pull off. Like, I want to make sure you're on time for school.
Thank you. I trying to be a little bit better with this job than I have in the past.
Like I said, you're doing great.
No thanks to you.
Like I said, you owe me. I'm not gonna forget. Just so you know.
I believe you on that.
I thought you might. And then she's going to turn on a CD, a compact disc. Crank the volume up. So
does she have an iPod that she plugs in via a tape recorder aux converter?
And it has to be on a certain like radio station for it to fucking like No. It's the tape. You got to put it on the tape version and then you play.
Yeah, and the tape has like a cord that you plug into the iPod.
Yeah. It's the crusty, like it's the iPod with like the buttons or whatever. Like, she does.
Lie definitely does go like when the song starts playing.
Well, like, do better. And hand Lie the iPod.
Lie will pick something. I would say that Tallulah hates, but it's her iPod, so she wouldn't hate any of it.
She has shit on there that is like definitely Lie influenced, and I think it's stuff that she does not play when Lie's not around. So Lie could definitely choose that. Yeah,
they will put on the most Lie influenced playlist or album or whatever.
She goes, cool. Can you just roll that window down a little bit and just like throw the iPod out now? Actually.
Yes, you'll finally start listening to real music on vinyl.
In my car, Lie? Are you going to install a vinyl player in my fucking car? Yeah. I've been waiting.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
That's what I'll use my first paycheck on.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll be waiting.
I actually just thought I was going to like serenade you, but if you don't want to hear...
you know what? Again, throw the iPod out, start singing. Just gonna roll the window back up. I'll listen. I'm listening.
I mean, she's also driving. She cannot.
She's doing it. She's steepled over the
on the steering wheel. Yeah, totally.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
They go, okay. And they switch for some reason. There's definitely like a beautiful, like operatic sonata that Lie puts on. And they start like wailing, like it's wretched. It's wretched.
That's incredible.
And Tallulah is laughing harder than she has laughed in weeks, possibly.
The thing that Lie knows that Tallulah will not know is that Lie definitely like has met the author of the song or what like the original composer and like absolutely knows how this song should be sung, knows what the translation is, like totally absolutely knows. Just wailing in the car.
which is, to be fair, exactly what Tallulah expected and asked for. So like this is perfectly like she is, for lack of a better term, charmed by this nonsense. For whatever
the thing
fucking
that I love
reason.
so much about scenes of Tal and Lai is because it is the only time where Lai is more of a person than a Reaper.
Yeah.
And I think those scenes are very fun and nice to see. If only they would do that with their girlfriend.
If only they had.
I just want it said that when I say feral, I don't literally mean fucking. I'm when I say fucking feral, feral growth. Feral growth.
Yeah, what else?
Feral.
Maybe change the hand gesture then. I don't know.
If this is feral and it's going like this, what is that supposed to be other than fucking?
Right. What is it supposed to be? What are you insinuating?
I want ferality. Ferality doesn't necessarily mean fucking.
Emotional fucking.
Emotional fucking is
did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
We're just saying maybe use a different hand
Because-
gesture.
Okay, what am I supposed to do for?
No, you just say.
How do I do
gross.
emotional fucking? How do I do
You
emotional
said gross.
fucking?
You don't need
Maybe
the
how do I
extra
do emotional
fingers.
fucking?
You don't need the extra fingers is the thing. You don't.
No, but growth in that. I still want it to be feral. I want it to be feral. Feral emotional.
Okay, so
That's sad. If you're growing downward.
no.
Maybe just make it like growth, where you're like grabbing.
Oh,
something.
claw, yeah,
But
like
that's
yeah.
even more sexual to me.
yeah.
And then this, Johnny. What? Babes, I think you're in the minority on this one. I do not think the crowd agrees.
Text 555 vote with number 1 if you think.
Oh my god, tweet at all of us. Please.
I do not class that as growth.
No, because you go growth and you like grab it.
And then you
Absolutely
grab the
not.
growth.
Grab it. I will not grab it by the growth. Do you see my problem? Do you see my problem? I will not be grabbing anything by the growth. If you
I'm
I'm
not
not grabbed you, I'm not.
everything-
That's not
everything
that's
is
sexual.
This is the image of a flower, and then it has like thorns, kind of, because it's sharp and it's.
All I wanted in terms of feral was just emotional fuck-uppery. That's what feral is to me.
How
It
is
doesn't
that
have to
not
mean sex.
entirely
It just means
emotional
emotional fuck-uppery, which is what I got. So I'm good. Because if Carmel heard any of this would be bad.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's accurate. Okay, I just said the thing about how this is the only time that Lai's more of a person than a Reaper, so I rescind my other statement.
yeah.
about
Oh,
the
yeah.
lack of
You
That's
did
my
say
point.
that,
That's what I meant. That's
bud.
what I mean when I say I want feral. That's
So
what I'm talking about.
Here's the thing that I would like to propose, though, and just for all of us to consider and to mull on, is that Lai and Carmel did have 2 full weeks of vacation together that did not appear on screen. And I think that there may have been possibility for them to have like real genuine conversations like this one. We just haven't seen them and played them out to have a deeper understanding of what that dynamic is like from them.
I will say, in contrast to that, being the person that plays both of these characters,
That's true.
my
Yes.
understanding of these 2 dynamics is that there is a safety in the, how can I put this, the wholesomeness that Carmel brings to Lai's life. And so I feel like they don't have the rapport that Tal and Lai have in order to do this. Even if they did have a vacation of 2 weeks with them, there's still sort of a honeymoon phase thing that's like part of it. I mean, it's over now, but like,
I mean, it would also be a carefulness of
there's also a
what to
carefulness of,
navigate.
and like protectiveness of Carmel, because one of the things that allows Lai to be more of a person than a Reaper with Tal is that like, it's not that they don't give a shit about Tal's feelings, but they know what is and isn't a step too far with them, and they haven't quite been able to figure that out with Carmel just yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so this being an older friendship and an older, like, you know, an older, more established relationship, I think makes it a lot easier for them to just engage with each other, like inside or outside of the bubble that is there, like interacting with each other. So like, there's just like a difference there. There's like Carmel's like a vacation, and Tal is like coming home almost. Like, you know, yeah.
Which is
I didn't
kinda
mean to
something
say
you said, Phoebe.
huh?
Which is something it was just something you've said about Tal specifically. Not necessarily about
Oh, I was gonna go the other way. I feel like that's what Lai has said about Carmel.
Mm.
Is that like
Lai-
she is like their little like their bubble, their like little boop that is like a safe space that is like their break.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't tell her about any of the other shit, is because she is that like break, and that's what they want her to be, in the same way that one wants a vacation to be a vacation.
I get that. I can see it either way.
Yeah, I can see it either way.
But it's one of those things where it's like,
Tal is
which
coming
one is
home, we're
actually
like-
your home? Yeah.
Yeah, which one
Tal
is home?
coming
That's what
where
I
it's
meant.
like,
Yeah.
you don't care if you haven't showered or there's shit on the floor. Like,
Yeah.
you're home and you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like a vacation is like very deliberate, where it's like, I'm going on vacation, I'm planning the outfits I'm bringing, I'm planning how I'm going to relax, and it's like there's steps to reach comfort, whereas home is like, I'm throwing myself on the couch.
I am who I am.
And so that kind of vibes with what Danny was saying in terms of that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I do think, yeah, it's vacation versus home. But if you stay somewhere long enough, it will become your home. Lai just hasn't been with Carmel long enough for vacation to become home yet.
I agree. Yeah. It's like, it's which one of those places actually feels more like you're at home. Yeah.
Yes.
Or which one allows you to bring more parts of yourself to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Lai and Carmel have had that conversation too. Like, this is the me, the fragmented like parts of Lai. Like, we get more of them when Carmel is not there, despite Carmel and Lai's efforts so far. The relationship is new, like you said. So, yeah.
I am conscious of time, and there are a couple more things that need to happen before we go on break. Not on break, but break, because I'm away.
Hiatus.
Break.
Right. Do we
Hiatus.
want to take a break?
We're going to take a break now, and then we'll come back.
More pre-hiatus things. Sure, yeah. Okay.
Correct. Let's do that. I'm the one that does that. I'll do that.